game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
All right. Why are you always so grumpy, Bob? All right, so obviously I wanted to talk about Brian Jennings and his fight with Alexander Dermachenko because he's a 6'7" guy. So I wanted to know what's the final game plan or end goal for Top Rank and Brian Jennings?
Obviously, it's to fight for a title and win a title. We're going to have to see how this all plays out with Joshua, with Wilder. Right now, we've gotten Jennings back where he feels confident, and now we're going to put him in only with rated guys who we view as other contenders. The Russian guy is a tough out. He's one of the top heavyweights. That'll be a good test for Brian. We think Brian, with his intelligence and his determination, can really compete at the highest level in the heavyweight division.
Now, you mentioned you wanted to see what happens with Wilder and Joshua. Obviously, that includes Eddie Hearn. Are you looking at a Joshua Brian Jennings down the road as a U.S. debut? And if so, now that DAZN is making its debut in September, how would that conflict with you and ESPN and the app? Or how would, what's the plan there?
Well, that remains to be seen. But obviously, Joshua in that matchup would be the A side, and we may have to make an accommodation for that. And if Eddie wants to do it on the zone, but will pay Jennings appropriately, we would endorse that.
And now, is that something that's been talked about as a U.S. debut for Joshua? We know he's been looking for U.S. fighters. There was mention of maybe Baby Miller.
That certainly has been discussed. I mean, not really from the standpoint of going to a contract, but he threw that out at me a couple of times. But if that comes to fruition, we would not in any way stand in the way.
Now, I've seen the size and height and range of Dermachenko, and I automatically thought maybe Bruce and yourself were thinking, let's prepare Brian Jennings for that possible Tyson Fury comeback. We know that right now Tyson Fury has a fight August 18th. That'll be his second tune-up. He was looking for 3 before getting in there with any top heavyweights. Have you had any calls from Frank Warren? And is Tyson Fury on your, peripheral when it comes to Brian Jennings and his career path?
Frank and I talk a couple of times a week, but he's never mentioned that when Tyson Fury reaches that stage where he's fighting contenders, I'm sure he'll raise that to me, and that could be a very interesting fight to make.
Now, what about Andy Ruiz? We see that he's obviously has a new trainer. He's slimming down. He's another heavyweight on the Top Rank stable. Will we ever see Jennings and Ruiz mix it up again?
That's a good possibility. Andy is fighting July 7th up in Fresno, and hopefully he'll do well in that. And then we're going to move Andy along fighting contenders. And there is always the possibility that Andy and Jennings could meet in a East-West Coast fight, African American against Mexican in the heavyweight division. That always attracts the crowd.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to ThaBoxingvoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
The game, 'cause see the boxing voice.